Alright guys, this is part 2 of my KiDdViRuS53 update. Obviously I didn't say that part 1 that I'm going to split the video, but I was going to do it tomorrow morning, which is now. It is the 3rd of June, part 1 obviously was yesterday, which was the 2nd. Other gaming news, which I'll be reading off this WordPad document which I have sorted out. There's about 20 odd news, and I noticed I've got like half an hour on this camera, so I'm going to try to get every single one of them before half hour, so let's do this. So Rambo, the video game, is to use original Stallone voice tracks. So Reef Entertainment has announced that Rambo, the video game, will utilise the original voice tracks from the movies, taking dialogue from Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo and the late Richard Crenna as Colonel Samuel Trudman. Our goal is to produce the finest Rambo video game ever made. To do that, we are including dialogue, special effects and music from the movies, said the spokesperson for Reef. Studio Canal has provided the audio reels from its archives of the game, with the original voice recording tapes from First Blood, Part 2 and Part 3, so Rambo the movies, enabling the team to develop it. The pristine vocal performances of the Stallone and Crenna that we have included in the game, the Reef spokesperson added. Next up is a report for Respawn Entertainment co-founder Jason West retires due to family issues. So Jason West has left the studio, reports claim. West, along with Vince Zampella, which formed Infinity Ward in 2002 and went on to make Call of Duty 4 in 2007, the title that turned the Call of Duty series into the record-breaking monster it is today. However, after a acrimonious split, sorry, I can't read this, with the company and accusations of breaches of contract and insubordination from publisher Activision, West and Zampella went on to form Respawn Entertainment. However, it seems that Jason West has not been working at the studio since May last year due to family issues. Despite this, reports claim that Respawn has yet unannounced first project remains unaffected. As West has not been involved with it, due to be published by EA, Respawn's debut title has been linked with an E3 2013 reveal, thanks to some teasing tweets from Vince Zampella himself. Next, Deus Ex Human Defiance is the movie trademark, and it's not a game. So Square Enix filed trademark for Deus Ex Human Defiance is in fact the name of the upcoming movie adaptation, as Lee rightfully pointed out when he covered the news obviously that was a few weeks now. It was thought that the trademark could have been a Deus Ex Human Revolution sequel or a spin-off, not even a next-gen title, but sadly that's not the case. Super Animation tweeted both Human Defiance domains, which are registered to CBS Films. The second domain is in fact for deusexhumandefiancefilm.com, confirming that the whole thing is needed for a Deus Ex movie. Next, Lost Planet 3 is to be forwarded out this month. So focusing upon the story of Nevek employee Jim Payton, Lost Planet 3 returns to EDN3 as mankind searches for sources for precious T Eng on hostile icy planets. Capcom has announced that Lost Planet 3 will be launching this month. Piloting its huge mechanical utility rig, Payton will take on the Indigenous Acrid, as you'll see in the new trailer. He finds himself falling into a fissure, waking to find himself in a secret base inhabited by snow pirates. Will they welcome Nevek or prove to be another antagonist to face on EDN3? Lost Planet 3 is out on the 25th in the US and the 28th in Europe this month. Next up, we've got Disney Infinity delayed until August. So potential Skylanders competitor Disney Infinity has been pushed into August at the behest of games retailers, who requested the title to be released when game consumers are usually more active in making purchases. The delay has nothing to do with the game's development. The date became an issue in terms of the retailers asking, is there a better opportunity here? Disney Interactive co-president John Pleasance explained to the New York Times, referring to its market rival Skylanders Swap Force. Pleasance added, "We think it's good to be first and really lean into the most important selling season of the year." Skylanders Swap Force is currently penciled in for an autumn release, while Disney Infinity will now be launching in the US on August 18th, in Europe and Australia on August 20th, and the UK August 23rd. Next, Assassin's Creed creator returns to Ubisoft and publisher confirms that Patrice Desilets, I believe that's how you pronounce his surname, who returned to Ubisoft, which was confirmed. He left Ubisoft in 2011 to join THQ Montreal, where he began work on a new project. However, following THQ's collapse, Ubisoft snapped up the Montreal studio and said that it was too early to comment on Desilets' fate. Now, however, Desilets' return to the fold has been confirmed in the Ubisoft statement. "We are very pleased to welcome Patrice to Ubisoft again and anticipate that this renewed partnership will produce new ideas and high quality titles for Ubisoft's customers," a spokesperson told Polygon. So, next, Battlefield 4 promo image has been spied, GDC reveal mooted. So, promotional image for Battlefield 4 has been spied, alongside speculation that EA and DICE are lining up a March 26 reveal, which obviously that's been passed, for the next gen FPS at GDC 2013, which again has been passed. You know, a soldier running along the street with a few tanks behind him in a torrential rainpour. The promo picture doesn't exactly give a whole lot away, but hey, it's pretty. There's a city skyline right on the horizon too, hinting that more urban warfare could be on the cards. Will we find out more about the Battlefield 4 at GDC? Only time will tell. Obviously we all knew about GDC. Reveal date has been confirmed for that as well. Obviously there was a teaser clip pointing to a full trailer at March 27th again, which says the title "Prepare for Battle 4. Sneak peek was obviously, it goes, "Please retweet," from the official Battlefield Twitter page, suggesting that the FPS sequel will be breaking cover at GDC. Obviously, promo image, like it says. While the trailer will be apparently available for Battlefield Premium members first, with an exclusive set of dog tags, with emblems saying "I was there" on offer for being among the first to watch the Battlefield 4 debut trailer. Anyway, next we have White Knight Chronicles. If you still are playing White Knight Chronicles, the servers are set to be shut down this month. So it's pretty sad news really. White Knight Chronicles are set to close this June, obviously this month. According to an announcement posted on the official PlayStation community forums, naturally you'll still be able to play offline. So, but you only have a few months to obtain any online trophies. So on the 18th of this month, Sony will terminate the online service for White Knight Chronicles. The notice reads, "Thank you for your support till now. We hope you still enjoy playing offline." Despite the person referring to White Knight Chronicles, subsequent tweets from PlayStation Twitter account have noted that the server shutdown scheduled for June 18th will affect both the first White Knight Chronicles titles and White Knight Chronicles 2. So just to give you a little heads up about that. Next we have DuckTales has been remastered. Announcement heralds the return of a classic. So the 90s platformer DuckTales, which is due to be released this summer. The classic NES game is to be brushed up by developers Mighty Switch Force with new fancy HD graphics. including hand-drawn sprites and level backgrounds inspired by the cartoon series. In addition to this, the game will feature Disney character voices and a remastered soundtrack, plus new areas where you can track stats and access global leaderboards. There's a new tutorial level too, because we're all stupid now. DuckTales Remastered will cost about $15, so there isn't really a UK release date, and I just want to check how much time I got on the camera. Okay, so I'm doing good here. Next we have Metal Gear Solid 5. David Hayter says he wasn't asked to lend his voice. So David Hayter, who's the voice of Snake's various incarnations from Solid Snake to Naked Snake and Old Solid Snake, won't be returning as Snake, Big Boss in Metal Gear 5. Well look, at least I had a good run, Hayter said on Twitter, putting an end to speculation surrounding whether he would or wouldn't be reprising his role in the iconic voice of Metal Gear Solid's protagonist. Did they even ask you to do it? One fan asked on Twitter. To which Hayter simply replied, nope. So there you have it. David Hayter will not be in Metal Gear 5, thus ending an era of gravel voice greatness. So it's a shame really. Next up. No microtransactions or season pass for Fuse, says Insomniac Games. So Fuse developer Insomniac Games has revealed that the game will not feature microtransactions or have a season pass. Insomniac posted the news as part of a short Q&A on Fuse's official website. In answer to the question, online pass, the developer answered, nope, but you should still play it, no to support us because there are no microtransactions to make up for it though. It's quite a surprise, as Fuse is published by EA. Not only is EA public enemy number one among many gamers, they're also the most aggressive proponents of further changes for premium games. This news is kind of depressing though, when we're publishing news to celebrate what a game doesn't feature, rather than what it does feature. So something's gone a bit wrong. Next we have Lost Planet 3, which is delayed till August. The 3 sequel was due to release in June, but it now hit August for business reasons. The new release date puts the game up against Saints Row 4 and Splinter Cell Blacklist, but shifts it out of the way of Road to Hell Retribution and Turbo Super Stunt Squad, so that makes sense. Rich previewed Lost Planet 3 back in May last year, saying if the rest of Lost Planet 3 can measure up to its early glimpse, then we could be in for something of a bug hunting treat. Next, Medium Molecules Tearaway gets a release date. So Medium Molecules Vita exclusive Tearaway is coming in the US on October 22nd and in Europe on October 25th. Tearaway is an adventure game which players help deliver a message in a papercraft world by utilising the Vita's unique hardware features. Quite aside from anything else, it's stunning and beautiful. We're eager to get our hands on it. We just hope that clashing with Batman Arkham Origins doesn't hurt its sales. Next we have Sega, which is teasing Castle of Illusion remake for summer release. So they released a short teaser reminiscent of an old black and white horror movie with the ominous silhouette of a castle and an evil queen brooding in her dark tower. It's essentially a teaser for the Castle of Illusion remake coming to PSN. Look at the castle in the trailer, it's identical to the one on the Castle of Illusion box art, and well, everything else about it screams Castle of Illusion remake. You can check out the teaser, which was at the bottom of the bit of news, which slates the Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse remake for summer 2013 release. So yeah. Next we got NetherRealm's Adam Urbano talks Injustice, working with DC and roster building. So Injustice obviously came out, but they recently caught up with Adam Urbano, senior producer on Injustice, to pick his brains on the coming DC fire. We tackle NetherRealm's relationship with DC, how they usually go about building their roster of fighters, whether the studio will ever branch out into other genres, and also briefly touch upon what we can expect from the fighting genre in the next generation. of course, there's that and much more, and plenty of gameplay spliced in for your viewing pleasure too. So, next we have PlayStation All Stars developer Superbot pairs Dan and working on a new IP. So, Superbot Entertainment is still very much alive, having parted ways with Sony on good terms back in February, and is actually working on a new IP. Despite being substantially shrunk down, a source had reported that the California-based studio was on the brink of closure, but Superbot's director of operations, David Yan, told Edge that it is not the case. We have substantially shrunk down our operations but are still going strong while we work on a new IP, he stated. There are currently no details on what Superbot's next game will be, but hopefully we can look forward to an announcement soon. Next is Silent Hill Shattered Memories developer is working on an action platformer and a horror title, and there was like early screenshots. So Climax Studios, the developer of Silent Hill Shattered Memories and Smartaz, is working on 2 unannounced titles for release later this year. The studio has posted screenshots of the upcoming in-development titles on its website, revealing a Prince of Persia style character action platformer and a horror title set in a creepy house filled with even creepier mannequins. Platforms for the 2 titles are yet to be announced, but the studio's website does offer some clues, stating that it's developing on PS4, Wii U and other new consoles that we just can't talk about yet, the latter of which presumably means the next Xbox. Next we have Gran Turismo 6, which was listed for November release by a retailer. So Gran Turismo 6 has appeared on a US retailer website slated for 28th of November this year. Series producer Kazunori Yamauchi has previously revealed that work on the game has been underway for some time, and Sony executive Michael Denny let slip that the driving sim is heading to PS3, as opposed to the upcoming PS4. The listing isn't a surprise then, but it is the first indication we've had of a release date. We say indication because retailers are notoriously slippery when it comes to game launches, occasionally taking a shot in the dark as to when titles will hit shelves, so take this with a slight pinch of salt. And obviously the game will be $60. Next, Metal Gear The Legacy Collection is rated for PS3. So that was thought to be a compilation of all the games in the Metal Gear series, that's 1 through 4 and Peace Walker. The Legacy Collection rating comes following a tweet from creator Hideo Kojima with the below image. It shows Snake in all his various forms since the series began. There's been no official confirmation as yet, though of course we'll bring it, as well as price details and release and contents info as soon as we can. Next is Sony registers another trademark for the Order 1886. So a trademark for the game called the Order 1886 has been filed by Sony with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. It's not the first time we've seen the name pop up. Last month another trademark of the game appeared in the Netherlands, leading to talk that Dutch residents Guerrilla Games were working on a new title. Domains have also been registered in the name theorder1886.com. Theorder1886.com. Not a lot to go on other than the name then. Expect a reveal sooner rather than later. Sony clearly is building up to something. I can't even say properly today. Another retailer lists Gran Turismo 6 for for November release. So there was another listing for Gran Turismo 6. This time from Italian retailer multiplayer.com. The listing carries a November 28th release date for the PS3, along with a shot which could represent Gran Turismo 6 box art. It's worth noting that both the date and the art could just be a placeholder and not represent official info on the game. November 28th does tally with previous retailer listing, however it also supports reports that the anticipated driving sim sequel will sell into PS3 as opposed to the newly announced PS4. Please, Polyphony Digital, just give us the official info. Next we have Skyrim Legendary Edition listing emerges. So a retailer listing Skyrim Legendary Edition has popped up online. The box product contains an award-winning Bethesda RPG itself, as well as all the game's DLCs, including Dawnguard, Hearthfire and Dragonborn, listed by a Polish retailer, which is around £35 here in the UK, or $54 in the US, on consoles. It is the first time we've seen such a compilation, and it has yet to be officially announced by Bethesda. It does make sense though, considering that the developer and publisher has recently announced that no more content will be produced on Skyrim. We'll bring further details when Bethesda officially unveils the package. So yeah. Next we've got, is Beyond Two Souls coming to PS4? Quantic Dream hasn't decided yet. So whether or not that the upcoming PlayStation exclusive from Heavy Rain creators Quantic Dream will come to PS4 has not been decided yet. According to Studio Vice President Bartolomei, I can't see his name, but obviously we'll just say the the Studio Vice President. Here's the bit where he wrote the same thing in a slightly different way. Asked if Beyond was coming to PS4. He responded that that's not been decided yet, so that's that. While Quantic faffs about trying to make a decision, check out the game's box art below. It's nice looking. I did actually look at the box art, and obviously I am going to be getting the game, because obviously Heavy Rain was such an amazing game, and hopefully Beyond Two Souls will be pretty much fantastic. Next up, I did see a trailer for this, and that is the Ratchet & Clank movie, which is coming in 2015. So in production of Blockade Entertainment and Rainmaker Entertainment, with the developer Insomniac taking a hands-on role, the Ratchet & Clank movie is set to become a reality in 2015. TJ Fixman, the man responsible for writing all the recent Ratchet games, will be penning the movie script, promising the same brand of humour that the platforming series has become famed for. Ratchet & Clank Q-Force and Ratchet & Clank Deadlocked are also on the cards, although Insomniac currently has no news to share on either game. For now, check out the Ratchet & Clank movie teaser below. Yeah. And finally, we've got Saints Row 4 Commander in Chief Edition available with a pre-order. So which Deep Silver and Violation have announced the Saints Row 4 Commander in Chief Edition, which is available as a free upgrade with pre-orders for the game. You'll get an all-American DLC pack with the Commander in Chief Edition, which includes the following in-game items: America Weapon, Uncle Sam's suit and Screaming Eagle jet. And Saints Row 4 is on August 20th in the US, and obviously in the UK on August 23rd. So that is it for my KiDdViRuS53 update as of June 2013. Hope you enjoyed and was pretty informed for lots of gaming news and what I've been up to recently. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Again, thanks for watching. See you next time.